Coach here. We're start today with a little meditation statement about resting in awareness, letting go of thinking. Don't overthink stuff. Don't think too much. It actually bleeds in great with what we're doing today, which I hope you like. I love it. I look forward to it weekly. Don't think too much. Prepare, and then don't think too much. Let the chips fall where they may. Let things happen as they happen. Like today. Today we're going to the barber. Going to get a haircut. The cool thing is, I'm the barber. Some of you might know, some of you may not know. I've been cutting my own hair for a long time. And I'm going to get and it's always an interesting journey when we do that. So I'm kind of the cameraman too, so I'll be working with things. It's not a how-to video. You cut your hair, you figure it out. That's actually another very fantastic learning thing. The 11th commandment. Nobody talks about this. Nobody gets into it. Go to the church. What's the 11th command? They don't know. What? I don't know. I do. Some of my players, it's great. Find a way. Find a way. You'll hear this in a lot of places. I didn't make it up. It's in a lot of organizations, sports teams, all stuff. Find a way. Figure it out. It's not written in stone how to do every little thing. So I don't want to pay $25 a week. I go weekly to get my hair cut. Okay? I'm not going to pay $25 a week to go get my hair cut, because look, this right here is driving me insane because I feel like my head's being squeezed. That's me. May not be you. That's fine. Whatever. I need to cut this. So I need to do it often because my hair grows really fast. I am starting to go bald though, which is really cool because that means less cutting. I can just shave it all off like I used to years ago, which was awesome. But my cool wife said, hey, you need to have some hair. And I said, okay. So yeah, I get prepared. I get a trash can, try to do it, or still make a mess, got a broom, got trimmers, got all these different things. And then I just start cutting. Now, is this gonna be perfect? No. It'll actually be quite funny. Sometimes I don't even want to look because that can produce more trying to get precise on stuff. And it's like, nah, dude, just invest in a bunch of ball caps. I got tons downstairs in the garage. I got tons in the closet. Just throw a hat on if you're worried about something. If not, hey, and plus I'm 6'6", so like people looking up on top of me, they can't see that. And you know what the real thing is? People aren't really looking. They're not really noticing what you look like to the fine detail of, is his hair a little off kilt? No. You just want to do that turn around. Like, that looks all right. Okay, cool. That's all the glance you need right there. Let's do it one more time. Ready? Bam, that's it. If I don't notice anything at that point, I'm not going to try to make changes, okay? Now, there might be some obvious ones. But you got to take care of that. I really like this, though, because it's an adventure every single time. And you learn something from it. And and there are those times, there's been a few times where you're like, you know what? Wow. We're going to have to really, can't shave it because Miss Willett would be mad, but what we'll do is we got to get it way down because we messed up. Who gives it? Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. So have fun with it. So we're going to watch me today. I'm going to start with the chin though. I'm going to do a little chin music. Give that a little trim. And in this process, see, you don't have to just get all serious with it. And I'm saving $100 a month, which will allow me to buy another jersey. I'm a jersey fanatic. Let's get that out on the table now too. I am a fanatical jersey sports guy. I love every kind of jersey. I was been up late last night because SI put on Instagram something about ranking the top 32 NFL uniforms, blah, 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 blah. My Niners and my Chargers. Chargers were one, powder blue. Come on, enough said. Niners, classic, bro. Classic Niners. So on and so forth up through check it out, that list. It was really cool. But I'm a huge jersey fan. So if I can save $100 a month, as pricey as these jerseys are these days, that'll help me stay in my jersey addiction, my sports addiction. Fields, arenas, courts. Just as a kid, I would go get lost. I'd wander off from my parents, and because the closest team we had to us was Cincinnati. I know, it's sad. They were good then, though. Big Red Machine, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. Love Pete Rose. I don't care what you say about him. Charlie Hustle, dude sprint to first. That's how I learned hustle. They'd say, hey, my dad, like, look, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's it right there. Because he'd walk and sprint to first. And it's like, he's not doing it for show. He's not doing it for, hey, look at me. No, it's get to first. Let's get going. Let's get playing. Sense of urgency. Really cool. But yeah, the field, I would wander away from the parents and they would find me. I'd just go sit in the bleachers and I'd just be staring at the field. And it was just mesmerizing to me. Get on some field. I've been on some great fields. As a coach, I've been very, very lucky to be on field in the Georgia Dome. BC, go Cadets. Gonna have a great year. When I was out west at Sarah High School, we were at St. John Bosco. We did a practice round there. Played a lot of good. Played Levi's Stadium where the Niners play. Got to coach that field. Got to go and see a lot of good places, and then see games in places and Pac Bell Park and Oakland Coliseum and where the Warriors played and the out there at the same place next to the Coliseum, and then inside the new arena they've got in San Francisco, play there. Riverfront, Busch Stadium, drove by Dodger Stadium. I had the chance to go one year and didn't go. I regret that. Should have done it, but I didn't. That's okay. So going to the hair, I got to start tight here, short with low, and we just get up in there. Now again, this is not a how-to video. The how-to is you. You got to find that 11th commandment. You got to figure it out, and then you got to deal with it. And you cut it how you want. I cut it different each time. I don't know. I just cut. That's the beauty of it. Just cut the hair, man. Well, I want it off the ear, right here. Off the ear, like that. And it's like my wife's painting. If you look at it, like the first quarter of the way through or halfway through, you're like, what is that? I don't see that shaping. But when you see the end, it's like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, this looks weird, and it'll continue to look a little weird as we go. Don't get freaked out by that. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a vision. You gotta see it, boys. You will. All right, got all that. And you try real hard not to make a mess, but you're probably gonna. And you know what? That's okay. We're gonna survive. Trusty trimmers. Keep them oiled up. Keep them ready at all times. You never know. Got to be like a haircut superhero to the rescue. Got all my guards, which I don't need many when you got it that short, baby. And it's good in the morning. Like, it's like cut it and go. I'm gonna leave a little bit on the top this time. I think I'm gonna decide that. Let's go with that. Let's go tight. We're gonna go tight. Here we go. Hoorah! And the other thing, it feels so good. So I get the sides what I can see. It's gonna be stuff you can't see. Anyway, that's the way I do it. I'm not too concerned about that. See now, like it, okay. Hang on. This is what you'll run into. You may not be able to see it there, but this side looks like, oh, that's perfect. But see, on this side, I already went too high or higher than this side, so I can't have this now. I have to match this side. That's part of it. That's the fun of it. It's like, okay. We gotta do it. This also teaches acceptance, because you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to just accept what it is. No problem. So there's kind of a life lesson in this as well. Now, it's a lot like golf too. Is it going to be exact? No, man. It's okay. Now, okay. Oh wait. Oh, you got to dig around the ears. You got to make sure you get around the ears. We got. And again, not self-help. I ain't trying to tell you how to cut hair. Why would I do that? I'm not a real barber. I'm my own barber. So don't go give yourself a haircut and then blame me and sue me. That's not, nah. So now we're at it. No, we're not. Okay. That's called acceptance right there. You know, it's close enough. We look good. Now to the back, which you're gonna need one of these. I take that back. You don't have to use this if you don't want to, but I find it good to be able to see. Oh, that is good. Look at that. I thought I messed up, but I did perfect. Come on now. Come on. Bruh. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. All right, so this I got to use for the back to get all the way up. And I used to change guards, but I don't anymore because that makes it harder. So now we just turn and go up the road. All right, playing with a little fire here. Let's see what happens. Have an open mind when you do this. What did Aaron Rodgers say? Opposed to nothing, open to anything and opposed to nothing. So let's see where it goes. We might be home. No, not even close. Hey, you know what? That's all right. All right, we got a touchy little spot right here. We got to see if we can get to it without. All right, let's check it out. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. Not too bad. Not too bad. We do need, yeah, I gotta go one little spot right there. Just a little one, just a little one, just a little one. Okay, now. All right, now, we're almost there. We just gotta blend the top. No, the sides. We gotta blend the sides. See how that looks. There it is. All right, that could be it right there. We don't know. It's always a shot in the dark or the light here. Whoa. Not happy with our first look on this side. Oh yeah, that looking, you might have seen it when I went around there like, oh, yeah. But you know what? It's gonna happen. So this is when we have to go adjust some things. And just tidy it up a little bit. Hey, you know what? All right. See, this is actually a great one because this is one where I've screwed up even worse than I would want. But there you go. Fixed it. God, life is great. Fixed it, man. Is it perfect? But now we got to take our screw up on one side and make it a screw up on the other side. Which is okay. And you know what's good? I think I did it. think I did it. Nope, I didn't. I got one more spot. Right there. Okay, I see it. We got one spot left to get in there. One. I got something on there. Okay, all right. Now, if we do this right, we're done. Hoorah! Hoorah! All right, we're good. Hoorah! Now, we just gotta go back over the back part of the head, make sure that's right. Make sure you get all the little spots. That's what I do. That's the beauty of it right there. Now, we got football going. People in training camp, all to talk about all this stuff of, oh, this guy is like the Browns quarterbacks, they put their stats up in practice. Come on, man. No, seriously, it's practice. Where's the rush? Where's the intensity? Is this what drills are we running? Why? No. Games when it matters, and that's all that matters in that level, because that's the highest possible level. Those are your pro athletes. It's about results. You win now. College has become about that. Kirk Cignetti has changed all of that. So to say, as a coach, I'm coming in, I'm your new coach, I'm gonna need 3 years to be, nope. Cignetti did it in one. I mean, he had a great year, then he won a title. But the turnaround had already happened the first year, and then he won a title the second year. So it's like, if you're gonna be a head coach, this is what you gotta do. Problem is, you get into high school, people think that too, and it's like, that's a different animal. That is a way different animal. You can't just rebuild a team and that stuff's already like, no, you have to rebuild a culture, a setting, a mood, a way of life there, a thought process that's not thought about. Like, I function this way just out of habit. This is what we do, who we are, how we go about things. Do work and move on through everything. That's college. You can pay kids and you still have your culture and all that, and it's easier to establish that culture, but you can pay kids that are sort of like that culture if you find the right kids, pay the right kids. Saban just said it. If you better find the right kids, pay the right kids. If not, University of Kentucky basketball spent over $20 million on the roster last year. Not that good. One dude didn't even play. Imagine that. Quentin, well, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. He gets hurt 3 years ago at Arizona State, misses a whole year there, misses the rest of that season, missed all of the next season, comes to Kentucky last season, plays a game, the equivalent of a game. I don't even know if it's a game. Like, who is this dude? I don't even know if he's good. And we paid him? Why? What are you doing? Guy gets drafted like in the top 15. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that it could possibly happen. I guess they see something in him, and just because you get drafted doesn't mean like you're on the team. Doesn't even mean you're going to make it. Just getting drafted doesn't mean you're in. That's no. Now it just means we're going to find out, and there'll be more eyes, more cameras on you than anyone else. So if you fail, everybody will bask in that. Which leads me to another thing. Which is actually this whole thing I wanted to talk about. We have all these people that want to say this guy Mendoza, he's the next Brady. He's the next, like, we don't know what he is. Let him play and let him experience the NFL and have that and work on him and see where it goes. He might be better than Brady. He might not. But we don't know right now until he does it. Who knew Brady was Brady before he was Brady? Nobody. See, I had the luxury of coaching at his high school, and I knew his JV coaches are still there, actually. Great guys. Coached him there, and like, we knew he was good, but we didn't know he would become what he became. And you don't. That comes with so many intangibles. Skill set, improving that skill set, improving speed of the game. Can you catch up with that stuff each level you go to? One big thing a lot of people don't talk about is fearlessness. A lot of times it's those dudes are dealing they're in like what I call a basket of fear. You're in this pocket and there's these grown men who are really big, strong, fast, and nasty, and they really want to slam you. They want to get to you because that helps their life. And then you got receivers. Defensive backs are really quick, really fast. Linebackers, they want to smash you too. And you have to know what everybody's doing at whatever time. And then you throw in the fact that, the defense is going to act like they're doing one thing but do another. They're going to show you A and do C, show you B and do A, show you C and do Q. And they switch it up and it mix and matches depending on what guys are running. You got to know all this stuff. Oh yeah, and don't forget these guys trying to just murder you right here. So now you have to make all these decisions real quick with all this fear and all this stuff in about 3 seconds. And we want to say a quarterback sucks. We're really quick to say that, but you ever done it? I have not. But I can only imagine, like, put yourself in those spots. Look at those figures, those facts we just stated. Is that easy? No, it's not easy. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. But you got to make all these things with all this fear going on. Now, how do you do that? That's where a lot of guys, I see this guy coming. Am I still going to step in and deliver one? I don't know. We'll see. Brady would. Brock Purdy, San Francisco, he will. Patrick Mahomes, he will. A lot of these, Drake May, he will. Guy in Denver, Knicks, he will. Those dudes do it. And that's not something, you just got to do that. I feel like this is my microphone. So, you got to handle that fear. When Brady was chosen over Drew Bledsoe for the Super Bowl, Brady's first year in, later on in the documentary, which is great, by the way, one of the assistant coaches said, we knew it would be Brady because we had watched Bledsoe throughout that year, early that year. It's like he'd been hit so much, and he used to not be afraid, but you get hit so much. And in his last one that got him hurt, which ultimately allowed Tom to come in and play, he almost died. So if you think these dudes, he hit him hard. Yeah. Literally, it ruptured some internal stuff, and he literally almost died. They had to get him to the emergency room to save his life. So yeah, he developed a little fear, okay. But that's why they decided we need to go with Brady. He's going to step in and make a throw when he needs to. And that's important. And so look what that gave birth to. 7 Super Bowls. At one point he went half his career had gone to the Super Bowl. Don't throw any other goats up there like this and that. That's pretty strong. It's pretty powerful. Joe Montana guy. Love Joe. Joe was a beast, not gonna lie. If you don't trust me, believe me, if you didn't see him, if you're younger and didn't know, Go back, pull up Joe highlights. The dude was that's who Brady idolized. So that's who he kind of modeled his stuff after and wanted to be like that. Why wouldn't we? That's another thing. I could talk about this stuff forever. How come we don't look to the best? Like if you're a coach, why don't we look to what the best coaches do and the best players do, and then say, hey, we need to do this. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be the best in the world. I did it. That's what I would do as a coach. Everything I taught players, coach players, told them about, it wasn't because I did it or I invented it. No, it's because I watched what Larry Bird did in pregame, how he worked out. Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, ball handling drills. Guys that played for me know, first thing we did when we came, we do ball handling drills. We see Steph doing it and act like it's something new. No, that's been around for years. I was taught that when I was a kid. That's why, it's like, why don't we do this anymore? Shouldn't everybody do it? And then Steph's doing it, we think like he invented something. No, he didn't. He knows. He would tell you, hey, no, that's what I was taught when I was growing up. Yeah, you, what the best are doing, you might want to follow suit there, Kobe. Why wouldn't we be in the weight room? Why wouldn't we? Look at these people. I don't know if you've been up close to a really solid high school athlete or a big-time college athlete or a professional athlete. That is a different world. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you look at Steph Curry on the court and think, God, he's little. He's 6'3", about 175, 80 pounds. That's not small. It is on the court with those dudes, because those dudes are freaks. They're just freaks. They're so out of place in public. You see one at the mall, it's like, what's wrong with him? There's something wrong with him. What happened? he's deformed. He's jacked up. I don't know. But it's something we should look to the best in any field. Any field. Like if you want to get better at something, what did the best do? Take that, add your own stuff to it. Don't just think, I've got to do this exact thing and this is the only way, blah, blah, blah. Which brings me to another great thing. If that is something somebody would want to do, be the best at a sport or in business or whatnot, you have to put in the effort and the work. There is no choice there. You don't have a choice. You either do it or you don't. You either decide, I'm going to do it or I'm not. There's no real choice if you want to be great at whatever it is. Now, when I say that, I don't mean the best ever to ever live and the best of all times. Just be great at it. You got to put in the work. And there's no choice. You don't have a decision to make. You either do it or you don't. So there's no sit, let's see, if I do, blah, blah. No, you do or you don't. And if you don't, you won't. Great day in sports. Yeah. And I think I got a pretty good haircut. It doesn't look too noticeable. Oh wait, there's something there. Did I miss something? We're going to act like we didn't see it. Be a man. I'm kidding. No, it looks, all right, let's give one last look. And I think, if one of this new quotes I heard, if you don't think about it, it makes sense. Stew on that one. It's true. Don't put a lot of thought into it. Don't overthink stuff. If you make a mistake, it's part of that journey, that trip. It's part of it. You should make mistakes. You're not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Nothing goes without error. With error is part of perfection. So yeah, I've mentioned this before in here. We've been lied to about that. There's a misinterpretation or whatever about that. You're not going to be without failure or effort. So like young parents, it's okay. Let your kids fail. Let them fail. Wise words of a great mentor of mine, Colonel Owens. He stood up the first day I was working with him, and he said, listen, here's what we do. Put these kids in a position of leadership, and when they fail, not if they fail, when they fail, because they will, correct them and move on. That it's simple like that. So young parents, coaches, whatever, your kids, your boys, your team, whatever, is going to make mistakes. So are you. Correct yourself and move on. Don't stew on it and beat yourself up. Don't keep waylaying. I've made mistakes as a parent, as a coach, in life, in personally, with everything. I make mistakes everywhere. The tragedy is if you don't learn from them and you don't improve on them. That's the tragedy. That's what hurts you and the people around you. So look to them and improve. And people around you, which we all are people around people, let's not pound and crucify people over their mistakes. Sometimes they need to be like, hey, it's all right, man. What can we do? What can I do? How can I help you? How can I pick you up? How can I, I still want you to be a part of this family, this group, so we can improve on each other. We'll be accountability bros. I heard that in the show. It was really funny. Accountability comes from within, son. Yeah, but it's good to have someone help me be accountable and to accept that accountability. Like my cool haircut. I accept this today, even though it might be a little, I don't care. I got plenty of hats, no sweat, man. And there was no how-to manual. And I saved $25 today. And $100 for the month. And get me a cool jersey. Got one on the way. It's gonna be balling. It'll be representing this night, but it'll be representing here soon. I actually got a couple maybe. But yeah, be willing to accept accountability. Like, oh, you know what? I did do wrong there. I did. That's huge, because then you can say, I can go fix it now. I can go change things. I can go make things a little better in my world and the people close to me. And then they helped. And then it's a whole team. We're all in this together. So it's all like a big team, you know? Sports world, back to football, back to all that stuff. It's like, you got stuff coming through. I like to ramble, but I love sports. Mahomes is looking good. I ran into a great young man yesterday at Animal Kingdom. We were just talking sports. I had a jersey on, Lakers. And he was like, oh, we got your boy in Philly. I'm like, yeah, you did. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of glad he left LA. I think it was time to move on. And I think he went to a place, out of all the places he could have gone, I think the Warriors would have been the most fun, because I would have loved that. That would have been fun. Would they have won a title? No. Anywhere else he would have gone, just you're wasting time. But Philly gives him a chance to win a title. Philly has a chance. This young man knew that. And he was so cool to talk to. And he even said, he's like, it's so great to talk to people about sports that understand. Because it's not always your heart. Like, I'm a diehard Laker fan. Do I think the Lakers could win a title next year? They wear uniforms and they will play a schedule and they'll be on the floor. They'll have a chance. Not a great one. But who knows? We don't know. They got a whole new team. So we'll see. There's a lot to learn about them, so we'll see. Philly's got a lot of dudes. Let's not forget, LeBron's not 28 anymore. He's 41, be 42, whatever. It's not the same, which can be good in this setting. You've got young legs there too. Tyrese Maxey's a dude. Edgecombe's a dude. They got Jaylen Brown. He's a dude. I don't know what Boston was thinking. I beyond me, but maybe that's just a financial situation. I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. I just want to understand ball and winning games and putting in the work to do it. You get all technical with the money and stuff, which is part of it, I guess. You got Embiid, if and I told this young man, I was like, he was a pleasure to talk to, big Philly fan, loved all Philly teams. He's like, do you think Philly can win? I'm like, they have a chance. They're loaded, they got good players, but it takes a lot to win. It takes a lot. You need talent, you need chemistry, brotherhood there, execution, focus, one play at a time, all that stuff. You also need a little luck. You need some things to go your way at the time when you need them to go your way. You need something to happen. The ball rolls in instead of out. Those things like that. All teams need things like that. So yeah, you need to stay healthy. I mean, let's be honest. Maxey goes down the first week of a training camp with a torn ACL. They're not winning it. That's it. See that? So those things all play a role and stuff. And these athletes know that. That's why they get it. But they also, the courage they display to go out there and compete and put their bodies on the line and train and work, because at any split second, something could happen because they could be out a week or 2 weeks. And it's just part of it. Or you could be out of season. So, and that derails everything. Every single thing. The other day, Jaylen Brown was skydiving. I don't know if that was recent, but I saw it on social media. I bet the execs in Philly are like on the phone, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but do not ever do that again. Because they get real serious about that. And they'll look for ways out of your contract. They'll do it big time because they don't want you getting hurt in an off season doing something other than what your profession is with them. Thanks, Mike Jordan. You set all that up for us. Because before Jordan, they wouldn't let you do anything, even your sport. Great story about Mike. Mike was a dude off the floor too. He had to go around with the Bulls about that very thing. And because his thing was, that's when I get better. That's when I get stronger. That's when I improve. And if I'm going to improve in this league, I need those off months to do that. So they challenged him, and he put the gloves on, stood up and fought back and won. Great story. He's got in a book he wrote and all that stuff. Great story at the time I met him. I'll share that with you some other time. But life in the life, baby. We and that's so people go and they get better, but that's the athletes do these things, and it's scary, and it's but don't overthink it. Just like the meditation we said at the start of the show. Don't overthink it. Stay in awareness. What am I doing? I was cutting my hair, and I'm kind of talking to you, and as I'm doing that now, I see something out of place. Let's see if we'll accept it. We're going to accept that. Bam. Does it look too bad? I'm so glad nobody can comment to me right now. You know what? I'm gonna go big scissor. We're gonna go up. Do it. Wait. Nope. Yep, that did it. Boom. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah. Nailed it. All right. What else are we doing in sports? Football's back in. Basketball's got all their stuff lining out. Baseball. Ran into a sweet lady the other day at a restaurant. She was saying, we'll end with this because I love this story. We were sitting there eating, and I had a Dodger hat on. I have favorite teams, and then I love all teams because I love sports. I love the competition. I love the life lessons, the things that it does for our society and the world. It's almost emotional because it's so important, and it can help people. When you get people say find something to be passionate about. come on over to the sports world. We want you. Come on in, sit down, find some games, watch them, really embrace it, commit to it, see it, and just, pick a team. I want to follow them, and if they're not great, get mad at them. It's okay. It's good for you. It's good for your soul. She came over and she said, love, she was, I don't know, a South American lady, beautiful. She said, are you a real Dodger fan? Or are you just one of these? I said, no, I like the Dodgers. I actually always have since 77. I always liked the Dodgers. They played the Yankees, 78, 77. Played the Yankees in the World Series. I was a real little kid at the time. But I remember that World Series for some reason. And I love the logo with the ball and the red, I don't know, stripes coming out of the back of the ball like it's been hit, and it's like, and I just love the uniforms and the Chavez Ravine, Dodger Stadium. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous setting. Southern Cal, love LA, huge LA fan. LA and Savannah, Georgia, my favorite places in the world. But she came over to me, real fan. I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, got tats all over. She had a big LA tattoo going down there. And she's like, yeah. She said, I just bought tickets. I'm flying out. I'm in Florida. She goes, I'm flying out. I'm watching the Braves series. I'm going to see the whole series. I got my hotel, got everything. She was so excited about this. She's like, I've never been. And I was like, but to see her passion and her love for it was so great. And so we ate and everything. And then I went in the kitchen. And I was like, hey, you have a great trip. And she came over and gave me a hug. And she's like, yeah, Dodgers, we can do it. We got Scoble. She was so, 3P. 3, not 4. 3P. And it was it was a great, but there's two people it brought together to have a little conversation and a little connection over a sports team. Sports is great. Life's great. You're great. I got great hair. I hope you do too, especially if you cut it yourself like I do. I really should have written all that down right there. That was a rhyme. Maybe I'll play it back and it'll be cool. Great hanging with you this morning. I hope you learned. Well, I didn't teach anything really about cutting hair, but just roll the dice, man. Give it a shot. Save yourself some money. Take your girl out on a date and have a good time. Until next time, I'll be trying to do something daily in Disney World, in the parks, in life, in anything, the golf course, anywhere. We're just going to do life, okay? We're going to do life and enjoy it. Take care. Love you. Wait. What is it? Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Might just save their life, change their life. It's awesome. Pat McAfee. Thanks, brother. Peace.